The rain today probably befitting the solemn day that it is in rap music history. Today marks 27 years since a drive-by shooting claimed the life of the notorious B.I.G. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini spent the day in Brooklyn as people honored his life and legacy.
Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty.
Hip-hop legend, the notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls or Biggie, was born Christopher Wallace in Brooklyn, New York.
Remember rapping Duke, the hard.
That's where what would become a timeless career in music began. As a teen, he was rapping on the streets. Now, many streets in Brooklyn are decorated with his image in tribute to his life.
My pops, he's definitely from that era. So when I was a kid growing up in the 90s, my dad always was bumping his music in the car. I was sitting in the back seat as a kid.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
From the radio to stages and screens, in the 90s, the notorious B.I.G. was one of the biggest rappers around. But at just 24 years old, on March 9th, 1997, Christopher Wallace was murdered in a drive-by shooting. His legacy lives on across the world, but especially in Brooklyn.
He was like one of the first rappers that represented and rapped about Brooklyn. He played a big part in my life, and I grew up listening to his music.
Born and raised in Brooklyn, Peter Marrero owns this building in Bushwick, recently in news headlines because the cannabis store operating inside under a lease covered a mural in tribute to the late rapper to be in compliance with rules for its state license, the operator said. The decision was ultimately reversed. The piece needed some refreshing, and so in honor of this somber anniversary, Marrero brought the artist back out today.
Today is anniversary, and to keep that alive, keep that history alive, because he is a part of history. He's a part of hip-hop history culture.
The art embraces the essence of Biggie's legacy.
Part of his Ready to Die album, it's like, but I switched it up, so I added some stuff on the hair, added some stuff on the eyes.
Christopher Wallace was only 22 years old when his debut album, Ready to Die, came out. It would be the only album released during his lifetime, and it's known as one of the greatest in the history of hip-hop.
Say, keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me.
Christopher Wallace was born in 1972, the son of Jamaican parents. He married Faith Evans just years before he died. He had 2 children.
Damn right, I like the life I live, 'cause I went from negative to positive.
That drive-by shooting that took his life was in Los Angeles. The murder remains unsolved. Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.